Listen, I'm not the only one to say that they've been waiting for Navia since 4.0. Really, at the start, I didn't entirely like Navia, but as the story progressed and we got to learn more about her and as she became more of an integral part to the story, I've kind of grown attached to her, and a lot of others have as well. But of course, not only are we getting Navia here in 4.3, we're also getting a rerun of Ayaka, one of the big fan favorite characters of Genshin Impact. But of course, I don't think the 5 stars only make a banner. I think that the 4 stars really take a integral role into if you should summon for a banner, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about if you should summon for Navia and Ayaka. Now, before we get into that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out. Y'all, I am still sponsored by GamerSubs. Make sure you use code Tyson for 10% off. This is fantastic. I love this drink so much. Anyways, y'all, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into today's video. As you can see, we have the Navia and Ayaka banner details out right now. And of course, we're going to go ahead and get started with the first character on the list, Candace. Now, Candace, I was excited for when she first came out because Candace is amazing, or looks amazing. But when we got that kit, it left a lot to be desired. Now, when I'm thinking of a Hydro applicator, especially if we're thinking about the other 4 stars in this whole group right here, I'm not really thinking about Candace. And of course, we all know the joke, Candace, you know, in your mouth. But I digress. Candace was one of the biggest letdown characters in my opinion. Now, some have been able to pull some crazy stuff with Candace, but I really don't think that she's worth your time. There's plenty of other Hydro characters that do a lot more than what she's going to do as a 4 star. Hell, I think if you're looking for an applicator, I would even say Barbara is a better applicator. But that's just me personally. Some people have found some wonderful uses for Candace, and that's really all I can say. I can't. I don't find her awesome or fun to play as. Now, for a character that is fun to play as, Rosaria, in my opinion. I think that Rosaria's kit is I wouldn't say fun, maybe that's a little bit strong, but I do feel that she's one of those characters that a lot of people sleep on, and she's really, really cool to play as, in my opinion. And not only that, but she just looks cool. I am surprised though, because I thought that with the new costume that they've kind of forced on, that they wouldn't use that costume as the banner costume, but it could just be the fact that they don't have the other render. But either way, Rosaria is a lot of fun. She's kind of used as a cryo applicator buffer type of thing. I haven't used her in a while, to be quite honest with you, and I need to revamp her build guide because it's been a little bit since she first came out, but she's still really, really cool. Plus, again, she's got the mommy energy. We already know about it, but you know, Rosaria, is it a must summon with other cryo characters that have come out? Probably not, but Rosaria is definitely one of those ones that doesn't come back often, so when she does, you have a chance to get her. Sucrose, in my opinion, is one of the better of the 4 stars in my personal opinion. Now, people will probably be like, but you could just go for Kazuha. Yes, Kazuha is great and one of the best units in the game, but I feel Sucrose still does really, really well, especially when it comes to using Swirl to her advantage. And not only that, but if you don't have a Venti that's going to kind of pull everybody in, you could use Sucrose to do that. Sucrose, very underrated as an Animo character, especially not really recently, but with more Animo characters that come out, Sucrose kind of gets pushed down, and I still think Sucrose has a place in today's teams. Like, she still works really, really well, you know. She's just so gosh darn adorable. But I digress. Sucrose is still one of those characters that I always find myself going back to, especially as a Animo Catalyst user. And again, with the Swirl, this freeze comp team that you see with the 4-star characters is a lot better with Sucrose there as the Animo. Like, I would personally choose her over like the likes of Faruzan when it comes to that, but Faruzan's still really, really good, but that's a personal preference, probably because I play Sucrose a lot more. But also, like, she takes precedence in my opinion over like Hazo, Jean probably not so much anymore because Jean works with Furina a lot. So there's that. But as 4-star Animo characters go, Sucrose is definitely up there in my opinion. So probably a big win on that banner. Now let's talk about the rerun of Ayaka. Ayaka is good. Ayaka is still like competes with the best cryo 5-star out there, but to be honest, and it sucks to say this, but cryo is not something to be like yes about. The only element worse than cryo right now is Geo. And that's saying something because again, we're going to be talking about the other unit here in a little bit. But Ayaka is still really, really good. If you're gonna go for a cryo character, as much as I'm a massive Ganyu fan, right? Ayaka is probably the best in regards to cryo DPS over time. Ganyu, I think, can out damage in single bursts, I guess, in that way. Like if you're looking at a charge shot comparatively to Ayaka's ability. But I also feel that Ayaka's DOT in regards to how much she can output over time outpaces Ganyu. Like look at it as like a graph. Like Ganyu's is starting out up here and is slowly climbing while Ayaka starts down here and just shoots. You know, that's how I kind of see it. So Ayaka is a really, really good unit to have. Plus, again, she's a massive fan favorite. She's one of the characters that everybody absolutely loves. So, and she's adorable. That's all I can really say in regards to Ayaka. Now let's talk about the newest character that's going to be coming out in version 4.3, and that is Navia. Navia literally is Taylor Swift to me with cannons. That's the best way that I could put her. Now, granted, people will probably, like, not just people, but I even know some of my friends are like, that is not Taylor Swift. I look at her and for some reason I just think Taylor Swift. That's just how it is to me. But I like her character. I like her backstory. Her kit looks like it's a lot of fun, especially with the charge shot that you get or charged bullets over time. I think that's going to be cool. Is she going to outpace other Geo DPSs? Only time will tell because her best set is going to be that new set coming out. The Nighttime Wishes, I think it's called. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that is going to be her best set because it's literally built for her. Is she going to be meta? I don't think so. And that's just because Geo is in such a bad place. But I do know that Navia takes advantage of the stuff that Geo has a hard time taking advantage of, especially with the crystallization shields that they drop, or the little like diamonds. So there's that. I think that Navia has a lot of potential, but she's extremely limited because she's a Geo character. Now, what would help Geo? Being able to resonate with Dendro would be great, or all the elements besides just crystallize. Maybe make a new a reaction called cracking or something like that. But I don't know. Navia looks like she's going to be a lot of fun. But should you summon on Ayaka's banner? No, I don't think you should. The 4 stars, I think, are not entirely worth it. As good as Sucrose is, in my opinion, most people have Sucrose. And with now the recent announcement of Cloud Retainer coming out, who knows if Cloud Retainer is going to outpace Sucrose. Again, I haven't looked at leaks. I try my best not to look at leaks. Because I like to be surprised. So I'm just spitballing. And Cloud Retainer could be the 5-star that literally is just like, if you need an Animo character that does swirl, it could be Cloud Retainer. Again, I have not looked at leaks. I don't look at leaks. I don't post about leaks, or at least try not to. There are some things I do see, but most of the time I wait until either an official account goes out or the Hoyu Lab place tweets something about it. Should you summon on Navia though? The 4 stars don't entirely work with Navia except for getting the crystallized little shield thingy, which these characters will do it. But I don't think you should summon on Navia. I don't think Navia is going to be the game-breaking character that people wish that she would be. And the 4 stars don't help her. Like, in all honesty, Sucrose, again, as good as she is and how many times I've ran her, she doesn't entirely work with Navia. And the 3-4 stars work as a freeze comp team with Ayaka more so than they would with Navia. So the 4 stars to me just don't work for this banner. I think, honestly, your best bet is to skip these banners and wait for 4.4, where we're getting Gaming, the Pyro character, and of course Cloud Retainer. Now, we're also going to probably see a good couple returns or reruns come back. Probably going to see Ganyu, Shinhe, maybe Zhao. So there's a good solid couple options for you to get in the next update. So definitely going to say skip this banner. You're probably better saving. And of course, y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. If you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out. Y'all, thank you so much for all the support you've been giving me. Like, these last 2 weeks, the support has been crazy. We've gone up in like 2 weeks over 100 subs, and I cannot thank y'all enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been amazing, and we're going to continue from there. We got a bunch of stuff coming out for the channel. Y'all are going to like it. I can almost guarantee it. So anyways, y'all, that's gonna be it. Love you all to death, and as always, we will catch you all in the next video. Please take care and be safe.